Hi, it's Deb Levy-Friedler from the Auckland Hebrew Congregation, and today I wanted to share with you an amazing story of divine providence, hashgachah pratit, an example of the way that Hashem puts us in the right place at the right time every single day. This story is about an Iranian Hebrew teacher who during the 1980s was drafted into the Iranian army because Iran was at war with Iraq. Many young men were drafted into the army, and his speciality, what he was drafted for, was to be an accountant in the army. But even though he'd be working in the offices and doing the accounts, it was expected that he would do all of the military training as well. One day, he was sitting along with 300 other recruits in a huge hall where they were learning about disarming mines. And in the middle of the class, he was one of very few Jews who were in the army at the time, and he was surrounded by other Iranian Muslim soldiers, and he was singled out and called up by the general secretary and asked to go to his office. It wasn't an easy time to be Jewish in Iran, and it wasn't an easy time to be Jewish in the Iranian army. And not surprisingly, our Hebrew teacher was a little bit worried about why the general was calling him into his office. And he should have been worried, because when he arrived there, the general looked at him, said, "Come here." He slapped him across the face and said, "You dirty Jew, you can't even get these numbers right." Apparently he'd made a mistake in the accounting, and the general was furious. As they began to talk about the mistake and what had happened, there was a huge explosion that shook the whole building. And what the Hebrew teacher found out afterwards was that the hall in which he had been studying about mines with the other recruits, there'd been a terrible accident. One of the mines had gone off, killing almost everybody in the room. So if not for him being called into the general's office, he may never have survived to go on to teach Hebrew and continue to contribute to the community. We never know exactly why Hashem is putting us in a particular place in a particular time, but it's all part of hashgachah pratit, divine providence.